Imagine a world where the sky turned black, the grid went dark, and society collapsed not with a bang, but with a whimper of starvation and chaos. In the rugged, unforgiving landscape of the American Southwest, the rules of civilization have been replaced by the law of the gun. You are part of a small group of survivors trying to navigate this new, brutal reality where every stranger is a potential threat and every resource is worth killing for. Welcome to Remnants, the Durango Chronicles, the gritty, hyper-realistic, and pulse-pounding post-apocalyptic thriller by Bruno Miller. If you love realistic grid-down survival, tactical homestead defense, and stories that explore the terrifying fragility of social order when the lights go out forever, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in survival fiction, blending the visceral terror of a lawless wasteland with the unapologetic thrill of human resilience. The narrative kicks off in the immediate chaotic aftermath of the event, a catastrophic failure of infrastructure that plunges the nation into darkness. Our protagonist, a pragmatic and prepared individual, finds themselves navigating a landscape where trust is a liability and every scavenging run is a gamble with death. The atmosphere is thick with the silence of dead cities, the smell of smoke and decay, and the creeping dread of knowing that help is not coming. Miller excels at capturing the brutal reality of the collapse, making every fortified safe house, every tense standoff, and every moral dilemma feel like a high-stakes challenge where the price of failure is absolute ruin. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its uncompromising commitment to tactical realism and the spectacular grid-down trope. This isn't a story about zombies or mutants. It's about the brutal, exhausting reality of staying alive when the rules no longer apply. Watching the protagonist navigate the treacherous social hierarchy of the wasteland, form tentative alliances with other survivors, and use their wits and weapons to outsmart raiders who have turned violence into an art form is incredibly gripping. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the survival mechanics to life, making the crunch of broken glass, the sharp crack of a rifle, and the heavy silence of a world without power feel incredibly real and deeply immersive. But beyond the spectacular action and the survival mechanics, the soul of Remnants lies in its characters and the heavy burden of leadership. The protagonist isn't an invincible killer. They are a deeply human individual, struggling with the moral weight of doing what is necessary to protect those they care about. The emotional anchor of the story is their fierce, unbreakable loyalty to the small group of survivors they manage to protect, a found family bound by the shared trauma of the collapse. The audiobook format elevates these intimate moments, making the quiet, desperate conversations by a campfire feel just as impactful as the explosive, chaotic firefights on the roadside. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A massive, organized raider gang targets the protagonist's sanctuary, forcing them into a desperate, high-stakes last stand. The finale is a breathtaking display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming improvisation, and raw, unbridled courage. The protagonist must use every hidden trick, every overloaded trap, and every ounce of their will to hold the line against an unstoppable tide. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, hard-earned victory that proves humanity's will to survive is stronger than the darkness. Remnants, the Durango Chronicles, is a triumph of the post-apocalyptic thriller genre. It is smart, gritty, and unapologetically intense. Bruno Miller has crafted a novel that perfectly captures the thrill of the ultimate underdog holding the line. Plug in your headphones, check your perimeter, and join the survivor. The world ended yesterday, but their fight for tomorrow is just beginning.